care about the
Sake
ideas.
Like,
Oh yeah.
we'd go like when I was 15, we would start going to like, but before a Red Sox game, we'd fucking get a 4-pack of Energy. I don't know if you remember those.
I don't.
What's that?
I've never even heard that.
Energy?
No.
It was a beer that would fuck you up.
Yeah, those like early drinking was like you just drink what you can get, get your hands on it.
Dude, it was like Four Loko, but it was like Four Loko before Four Loko.
Yes.
Was Four Loko.
Yeah.
Like, they only sold it in 4-packs. They're like, you can't have 6 of these.
You'll die.
Yeah.
There's in New York there was China beer and China wine. Was that around for you guys or no?
No, I don't even know.
Yeah, I think those both got shut down.
Where is it?
China wine was actually called Silk Road. It was on the Upper West Side, like 80 something in Amsterdam.
Silk Road.
China beer was, I don't even know the real name of that, and it was like further downtown. It was like $30, and you get a meal and all you can drink beer for 2 hours, or all you can drink wine at the other place.
Deal.
Dude, it was
Even
an
at this
unreal
age,
deal.
sounds like a great deal.
That's unreal.
So we would go down there and wreak havoc. Like it was like we would just get drunk and do whatever we want. I mean, I remember we were walking around the kitchen one time. We would just like get up and walk. I had friends who were just like peeing in the corner. Like it was madness, and they would kind of run around and be like, "No, you sit down, like just whacking
It's the
you.
wild, wild west.
And I remember I went in the back, and they just had this gigantic silver bowl filled with the beer. And they were just scooping it with pitchers. It was disgusting.
When you're
And
very
at that age, I was like,
clearly
whatever. I'm
Dude,
gonna-
serving high schoolers unlimited alcohol, you can't complain when they have
that's what I meant. I was like, I was also saying like we also weren't going to complain about the.
I would say the
quality.
restaurant can't complain that like that you guys are getting out of hand. Or whatever. Like, you know you're getting yourself into.
And now we know why it existed for him and it didn't exist for
Yeah.
you.
Yes, exactly. And then the wine one was even crazier because it was like same deal. You get a meal and unlimited wine, and at that age, nobody can drink the wine yet. Nobody knows what they're doing. So like people would stumble out of there like red wine mouth, just like. Rah. I mean, it was a scene. But that kept us alive for.
Did you ever go to the Hong Kong in Boston?
Oh my god. Lived in Hong Kong.
The Hong Kong you can go.
Karaoke.
Wait,
They do
no,
karaoke
I'm thinking
there.
of the wrong place then. It's not Hong Kong, it's fucking...
Kowloon?
No, it's not Kowloon.
You have
It's-
Hong Kong's in Faneuil Hall.
Hong Kong's at Faneuil Hall. I know. I've gotten engaged there before, and I've done karaoke there before.
You got
But-
engaged?
Well,
That's
rock.
cool.
Yeah,
that
I went
back.
through a phase where I was always just like fake proposing in bars, and
For
like,
free alcohol?
Like, yeah, people would go nuts for it. Like, you just get down on a
Just a
knee,
crowd pleaser?
and people would just be like,
have a
I mean, I did it with Camille Costing.
Yeah. That's a good move.
That's a
it's
great
crowd.
move.
pleaser.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
I've been engaged like 5 times in my life. But
Do you have a ring?
Yeah,
for you?
yeah,
Like, what do
yeah,
you?
that was
Yeah, I
pop
usually
out?
just get them because I don't do it to a stranger. I do it to a friend.
Right.
So I just like take one of her rings and then I put it.
And
back
make
on
sure
her
a lot
finger.
of people are watching.
Yeah, people.
When we did it in Grand Central, people stopped and took pictures and were clapping.
They were going nuts for it. I did it one time at a bar in DC where the DJ was like, "What's your song? What's your song?" And Big Girls Don't Cry was hot in the moment, and it's like that's a breakup song, man. But no, it's the one like they would serve you. You can go there late night, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and they'll come out and they'll put their beers into like soda cans. And so you sit at the table,
That's
and
amazing.
then it hits you halfway through dinner. You're like, wait, this is just a recycled can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where they get
This-
fucking soda
They're
cans?
not dumping sodas out. They're
No.
just fucking taking the cans
Yeah.
off the table
Yes.
and feeding them to you.
Yeah, disgusting.
I can't think of
Where
the
is
But
buckets
you
like
can't complain. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
I
like you're
can't think of it.
underage.
I'm gonna
You take
take some
whatever
money.
you can get.
We
you know
used
what
to
I mean?
go. We used to go to a hookah bar.
Yes, that's another one. That's another place that you go at a
We
young
didn't
age.
really drink there though, but it was
Dude,
just a
smoking hookah.
It was
man.
so
Wheeling, bro.
It was just the place. It was called Hubbly Bubbly.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was a fucking scene. Like
Hookahs around here were intimidating to go to. I
Very,
don't know what
very
it was.
intimidating.
Yeah.
it was
yeah.
just the only place that would let us in. You know, I
Yeah,
guess. Like
yeah.
no one, I don't think, truly enjoys hookah that much unless you're.
It's so stupid.
well, that hookah. I
Can
think
you
was
just
of low
when you
quality.
get like I've never actually done it really. I've definitely been in a hookah bar, but I've never like been a part of the people buying it or renting it or whatever. Can you just get it and put weed in it, or you have to smoke like the hookah shit?
I have no idea.
I remember the
mean,
lady
I
was
have no
doing it
idea.
for us. She would come over, take the thing,
Like,
take
what
the
is
coal,
the
put
point?
it on. No fucking.
Does it give you like a head high?
It's supposed
Probably,
to be tobacco, like a much smoother tobacco.
hate the
And
tobacco
and
head
it
high,
is
though.
fun, but at this place, since they were just letting all the kids in, I'm pretty sure it was the worst. And it was
Hookahs definitely existed in America to get young kids drunk. That's like
Drunk?
yeah, like hookah. Like the hookah bar was a phase where like
That's
I feel
when
like
you
they had
go-
a 5-year run where it was just like
Yeah.
They would also
anyone
just
who's
serve you.
Yeah, when I was like
17 years old.
18,
you know,
Yeah.
that was the thing.
We would just drink. We would like drink. We go to the parking lot and drink beforehand, and then go in.
I
There.
love this is the good old days.
And then this was like when
This would be like 5 years
EDM
ago.
was like coming up. This is when EDM was coming up, and there'd be people in Hubbly Bubbly with like black lights, and they would do the
Shut up.
coin.
Hubbly Bubbly is killing me. Like
Yeah,
that sounds like it's
yeah,
like a
that-
girl lounge.
Hubbly
That's
Bubbly,
very
dude.
funny.
Hubbly Bubbly was
That sounds like
something.
a gay bar, to be honest. Bubbly, bubbly boys.
Yeah, it was something.
It's so funny. She's like, yeah, this is like my life right now. I'm like, this was great. Like 20 years ago, you remember this? She's like, I did this like last year. I can't even imagine being in a hookah bar right now. I just think
I
it's
don't
so
think they
funny because
exist.
it was like a
There's-
lounge.
Oh, there's
There's
a lot in New
like,
York.
like the
New York,
couches
though.
with the cushions and like you're just like
Moon Villa.
laying and you're like, hey
Moon
girl,
Villa.
like,
I've never heard of
this
that.
too.
I
it's
would.
just so
I mean,
ridiculous.
I would go to if
You guys
the
wanna go to
right-
hookah?
If the right
Maybe we
people
should do a
asked me,
Friday
I
night
would go
pints
just to
hookah.
They
check it
call
out.
me out
It
immediately.
would be my first hookah lounge. But
I
we have
swear
to
to
do
God,
Hubbly Bubbly.
we gotta get a hookah.
Hubbly Bubbly.
If you guys all
If it
just
still
have the
exists,
Friday night
that'd be a lot of fun.
Can we get that, Zach? Next week
Imagine-
I want a hookah tower.
Imagine going to like the outskirts of Denver to go to a place called Hubbly Bubbly to smoke mid hookah,
Yes.
to then listen to Skrillex under a black light. I mean, that right there
Yes!
is like.
I love it.
That's a cultural experience.
By the way, speaking of
You want the good news or the bad news? What do you want, the good news or the bad news?
I always go good news first.
All right, the good news is when we started this shit, only 10% of people watching our YouTube videos were subscribed. And now it's up to 40%. So that's almost like a 50-50 split. That's a 30% increase. A little math for you. That's the good news.
Too much math for me, but it's good news.
You know what the bad news is? That still means 60% of you motherfuckers aren't subscribed. It still
it's
means
good
the
thing
majority.
I asked first, because that would have been backwards.
That'd have been terrible. Yeah. Imagine if I was like, well, the good news is it's yeah.
Good thing I
No.
fucking go good news first.
60% still just freeloading off of our videos. And guess what? It's YouTube. You're all freeloading. It's not really all. The only cost is to push the fucking button.
Just push it. Push the button.
Push it. Push it real good.
Push it real good.
Dun, 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 dun.